So continues with the chapter respiration of organisms. So so far you have learned that introduction part. What is the energy and how do the living beings do respire? Okay, and we have seen the types of respiration and differences between the aerobic and anaerobic respiration, process of respiration, and breathing. How does the human being or we do? How do we breathe? Okay, so continues with that. We'll see how the other animals and other living being except the human being do breathe. So we'll see first how amoeba will do the good
Good
morning.
morning, sir.
So first we'll see how do the amoeba will breathe. Okay,
Sir, which
you
chapter?
the same one, 10th chapter,
Okay, sir.
respiration in organisms. So we have left with the one topic, no, breathing in other animals. This topic is left over. So we'll see how do the amoeba will breathe. So you have learned in your previous classes how does the amoeba look like and how does it moves and how does it engulf the food for the survival. Have you learned in the earlier classes about the amoeba structure?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So in that way the breathing occurs by the simple diffusion. So what is the diffusion? Who can tell me what is the diffusion? Diffusion matlab it is just like that passing through. Okay, it's simply from the outside air. We can't able to our body can't able to diffuse means it can't absorb the air or food material. But what can amoeba will do? Which amoeba it's a structureless animal, living being, and which can absorb the oxygen from the atmosphere, and through the respiration process again it will release the carbon dioxide. Clear everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, through the body surface, which can absorb the oxygen in the atmosphere, and the respiration process will take occurs inside its body, and the carbon dioxide will be released in the atmosphere through the body surface. Even the hydra also breathe through the body surface. See here, if you see in this image, you can see that how these are the for example this is the structure of amoeba. What it will do, it will absorb the oxygen and this will be closed, and through the respiration process from the body surface the carbon dioxide will be released. Next we'll see how the cockroaches and other insects do the breathing. Like a human being, in cockroach and other insects also there are the trachea and tracheoles. Okay, we'll see what is the trachea and tracheoles. The movement of skeleton, how the insect having the skeleton means like a bones. Okay, if you see in this, if you see in this image, okay, this is the kind of an insect. This is a kind of an insect. If you see here, this part has been enlarged. Near the skeleton part, there is a pores. There is a small holes. So that is called a spiracles. Okay, that opening, that small opening will draws the air in and air out. Means intake of oxygen and releasing of carbon dioxide will take through in this small opening and the skeleton part. So the movement of the skeleton part of the insect, which will inhale the air and exhale the carbon dioxide. So These openings are present on the body surface and connected internally with the network of branched air tubes. What in our human body there is a trachea and bronchiole and bronchioles. Bronchi and bronchioles. The same way here the air tubes are called the trachea and their branches. So in our human body there is a trachea and below the bronchi and bronchioles. Here the air tubes named trachea and the branches of the trachea is called the tracheoles. Oxygen rich air enter through the spiracles and which will reach the trachea and through the trachea tracheoles and diffuses into the body, simply mixed with or absorbed through the other parts of the body, and the same way carbon dioxide will be taken back through the tracheoles, trachea and spiracles, the opening in the outer surface of the body, the carbon dioxide will be released. Next, we'll see how the fish and other aquatic animals do breathe. So, have you seen the fish? Everyone seen the fish?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you notice it in the fish, this is some kind of a structure on the fish, our body surface called a gills. Okay. Through this gills, this structure, the fish do the respiration process. It's a special structure you can see in the fish, and how without water fish can't survive. So the oxygen dissolved in the water, okay, the fish will use through the gills for the respiration. So the gills are supplied with the blood vessels like alveoli in our lungs, which are rich in blood vessel. So which will help for the exchange of gases, means intake of oxygen, release of carbon dioxide. The same way, the gills are rich with the supplied with the blood vessels, okay, which will help for the respiration of the which will help for the exchange of gases, that is the respiration, intake of oxygen, release of carbon dioxide. And in earthworms, which absorb the atmospheric oxygen through the moist skin. So earthworm will respire through their moist skin through the body surface. And in the frogs will do the two type of respiration, means two way of respiration. In water, which will breathe through the moist skin. So the skin will absorb the oxygen and release the carbon dioxide. On land, because the frogs can survive in water and on land also. So on land, which will breathe through the nostrils, through its nose, like a human being. Okay, even in the frogs having the two pair of lungs like a human. If you see here, if it is in water, okay, this is the body surface. Through the body surface, intake of oxygen and release of carbon dioxide will taken place, and on land it will respirate through the nostrils. So through the nostrils, it will inhale the oxygen, and through the lungs the process will taken place, and this is the lungs present over in the frog, and the carbon dioxide will be released. So till here, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, beta. So we'll see how do the plants also respire. Some for the plants, like human or other animals, lungs like a specific organs are absent, because the plants are the plants, not a living animals. So there is a special organs are absent in the plants, and exchange of gases occurs with the process of diffusion only, and it occurs through the three sources. So diffusion, you know very well, absorbing the oxygen and release of the carbon dioxide. Okay. In plant there are three sources. How does the respiration will happen? Through the stomata. Okay, through the stomata we'll see the minute opening on the surface of the leaves. You have learned about the plant in your previous classes. You have studied about the stomata. So this is the stomata structure. On the leaf, there is a opening present over the stomata, which will help for the This is the opening structure of the stomata, and this is the closed structure of the stomata. So through this opening, uh, the respiration will happen in the plants, and the opening, what it is surrounded by the God cells. Okay, these are the God cells present, and the which will make the opening for the stomata, which is rich in chloroplast, which carry out the photosynthesis. And next source is the lenticels. Lenticel is the opening present in the old stem. So you know about the stem. In that old stem, there is a small opening present over there, which will help for the plant respiration. And through the roots, roots are present over in the soil. So the soil particles are rich in the air. So the air bags and air spaces are present between the soil particles, which will help for the roots to take up the oxygen for its respiration process. And in some aquatic plants, gases diffuses through the body surface. Aquatic plants means the plants which grow in under the water. So under the water plants, which will diffuses the gas through the body surface like earthworms. Okay, so this is the stomata, and this is how, like, consider this length, this part is a plant, and these are the soil particles. This is the root hair. This is the root, and this is the root hair. The white space are the air bags. Okay, these air space will help for the respiration of the plants through its roots. So we'll see how anaerobic respiration in plants happen. So anaerobic respiration means which is the absence of the oxygen. Okay. In some plants, the respiration also takes place in the absence of the oxygen, like a germinating seeds. Germinating seeds can respire in absence of oxygen for some time only. What is the germinating seeds? Before the plant start growing, or we can say the beginning stage of the seed. Beginning stage of the seed called the germinating seeds. Those particular point, it doesn't require the oxygen, or it can respire without the absence of the oxygen only for some time, not a whole time, which need the oxygen to grow up more. In this respiration, you know very well, anaerobic respiration, what will happen? The food molecules are incompletely broken down, which will not completely broke down, which will incompletely broken down into the alcohol and the carbon dioxide. The energy is released is much less in the comparison to the produced in case of the aerobic respiration. So in this, very less energy will be released. We have studied earlier classes. So more energy will be released in the aerobic respiration. In anaerobic respiration, the energy released is much lesser than as compared to the aerobic respiration. So here, with this, we are completing the chapter respiration in organisms. If you have any doubts, you can ask me.
वापस